Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for the 12th through the 18th of February 2023. I do want to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Also keep in mind that the energies can reverse or flip-flop. It's not really that unusual in a general reading. Let's get started. Spirit, can I have the energy of Cancer? Cancer. All right, Cancer, you are starting out with the Elemental of Swords. You have the Strength card in reverse. And coming out together, you have the Moon in reverse along with the Initiate of Swords. Now, in this particular deck, the Elemental of Swords is basically like the Page of Swords. The Initiate of Swords is the Queen of Swords. So, I do feel that there is something that you've had a realization about, and this realization is regarding somebody or something that you are either cutting out of your life or you're drawing some very firm boundaries. There may be some fear involved with this, but I do see you doing it nevertheless. With the Moon in reverse, this is your card in the Major Arcana, and it's in the reverse showing me that it's putting you a little bit in a lower vibration. And so it's almost a reluctance that I'm feeling that you have with regard to these boundaries or cutting out of somebody or something. I also see that with the Element of Swords that you may be doing a little bit of low-key spying. But there's fear involved with it regardless. Let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Cancer's energy. All right, we have the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, sign of Taurus, and the Eight of Cups. All right, so I do feel like you're going to get some kind of communication, and I feel like it's going to be a rapid either communication or possibly travel. The person that's in your energy, there's something to do with commitment here. So they could be in a commitment already, or they could be considering a commitment with you. There is some energy, though, that is very destructive about this. I can't quite put my finger on it, so we're going to have to clarify that, but there's something that is destructive with regard to that. This is somebody who's walking away from something that isn't entirely pleasing to them. They are not completely satisfied. So I don't know if it's you that they're walking away from or if they're walking away from something else and coming in your direction. Again, we'll have to clarify that. I do feel like this person may be in another connection. Either another connection, or they could even be committed to a situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person. And I do feel like you're going to hear from them. It looks like it might happen very rapidly. If they live at a distance, you likely are going to see this person travel. Now, they may be trying to get together funds in order to travel if they live at a distance as well. There's something here about money. So this person may have had some financial difficulties in the past, but I'm definitely seeing something about money. They're saving money, and I see something to do with travel. All right, so let's look at the energy between the two of you. All right, so the two of you are not looking at this connection the same way. You're seeing it differently. they're very focused on an ending that has happened between the two of you. And I think you're recognizing the ending, but I also see that you're more than happy to kind of put it all behind you. It's almost like I said, you're kind of giving up on the situation. And I feel like that's what you've had this realization about. That's what you are drawing these boundaries, and you're kind of cutting out this person perhaps, or this connection. Because I feel like you've been around and around with this person, and you're kind of saying, I'm curious about what you're doing, but at the same time, I'm giving up on this. There's just not enough here that would make me want to, really engage into this. So let's see what's affecting this connection. And I also feel like there might be somebody else that in some way is involved in this connection. Somebody else has had an opinion, or they've had something to say about this connection, and it would have been on your side. So you might be receiving advice from somebody. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So what's affecting the connection is that there's a lot of stuck energy here. Some of it is karmic, but things are not progressing. They're not moving forward. I am again seeing that spying energy. It's more of a looking through the internet, so probably social media. And at the same time, I feel like you're almost afraid of what you're going to find. Let's see what your outcome is at the end of the week. Okay, well, you have the you have the Queen of Cups. And it's in the upright. Now that's your energy. And the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like you have this very open, loving energy by the end of the week, but I don't feel like you are trying to move into this connection with this person just yet, because I feel like it's just not stable. And you're recognizing that, but you're in your power here. I also think that you are very psychically aware, because the Queen of Cups is very psychically aware. Queen of Cups is somebody who is extremely perceptive and picks up on things on a very deep subconscious level. So I really feel like you are very perceptive right now, and what you're being perceptive about is that the stability in this connection is just not present. There's a lack of stability. Now, part of that is financially related, and that's on their side, not on your side. Now, some of you might have some difficulties. I'm not really seeing a lot on your side about that, but I do see it on their side. And I almost feel like there was a connection that they have been in that has really kind of, either the connection has burnt to the ground or it's cost them. It's been destructive. There's something about a destructive commitment here. So they may be experiencing some financial problems. They may be trying to get their money together, but there's not stability, and you're really deeply perceiving that. Now, that being said, I'm also seeing that you do have feelings for this person still, even though you are attempting to cut them out of your life. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. This is underlying energy, and it does tell me that you are distancing yourself from this energy of destruction that this person is experiencing. And it also tells me that you're moving towards something that is calmer, more peaceful, and you're moving away from chaos. So it looks like it's a very clear choice, Cancer, that you're making here. And there is some fear involved with that. And it's not a choice I think that you wanted to make. which is why it's affecting your energy a little bit negatively in the beginning. But I feel like you feel you have to make this choice because this person is bringing so much chaos and also stagnant energy. So let's go ahead and clarify. Spirit, why is the Elemental of Swords here? Yeah, Six of Cups in the reverse. You're letting go of the past. Four of Wands in the reverse. You may be checking to see if this person is releasing someone from their past too. You may, because this is the card that tells me that you are kind of checking up on this person a little bit, that you're curious. And what are you curious about? Well, you may be curious if this person has experienced a breakup, if they've left this connection that they were in a commitment with. This is the past person. This is not a new person. Why is the Strength card in reverse? Four of Cups, Seven of Cups. Yeah, you're fearing that this could be an opportunity here that you may have missed. And I'm going to clarify that too, because I had several people make comments on that. When you have a missed opportunity, it's not to say that it is a... It's not a comment about whether or not it's a good thing. It's a missed opportunity is a connection that at one point both of you considered. It's neither good or bad. It's an opportunity that at one point you both considered. It becomes a missed opportunity when it doesn't occur. And it's not really about whether or not it was in your favor or not in your favor, in their favor or not in their favor. A missed opportunity is simply the lack of the connection coming together. Because I know that may have been a little bit confusing to a few people. So there's a fear of confusion, that this person will bring in confusion. I'm also seeing that there may be a fear of a lack of appreciation. So this connection actually brings up a lot of your internal fears. Being treated as an option, being ignored. It's bringing up abandonment issues. It's bringing up internal fears. And these do need to be addressed. These need to be looked at. Because if you don't look at these, Cancer, with this opportunity to do so, they're going to manifest in another connection somewhere else. Because these are within you. These are things that you need to be addressing within you. So it's an opportunity for you to address those fears. Let's look at the bottom energy, because I do see you making those very clear boundaries. And I think that that's necessary, because I do see that this person does bring in chaos with them. All right, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yep. We have the Hangman in reverse. And there's the Eight of Wands reversed. Now, they have the Eight of Wands in the upright. In your outcome, you have the Queen of Cups in the upright. So, this is a situation that is not brand new. Like I said earlier, this has gone on for quite some time. This isn't your first rodeo with this person. The realization that you're having here is that this person, because they have kept you in this lingering position, they've kept you kind of holding on, waiting. This person is not good for you in as much as it lowers your vibration. It takes you out of your power. And I think you've realized that. And that realization is very important. That's what is making it so that you are bringing in these boundaries, and you're blocking all of this energy that does lower your vibration. That's where those boundaries are coming in. And I see you really doing this around the winter time frame. So there's a lot that you've learned from this connection, and that's what's going to put you in this position of power. There's a lot you've grown from this, but it took a while for you to kind of synthesize it and bring it together. Some of you have physically blocked this person because you just didn't like how this made you feel. Let's look at their energy. Spirit, why is the Eight of Wands here? All right, we have the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups. Yeah, you're going to hear from this person. I see that they're going to be coming forward. It looks like it's going to be somebody that is going to be moving in an impulsive manner, and it's going to be rather quick. They see themselves as being your perfect match. They see themselves as being the perfect person for you, and they're going to be coming forward to tell you that. If they live at a distance, they'll be traveling. They're putting together their money right now. So like I said, they may be having some financial problems, but they're collecting their money and they are on their way. It's going to be very impulsive though. And I can also tell you that while you might be doing some low-key spying, they're keeping an eye on you as well. Yeah, this person does have love for you, and their emotions are true. They definitely do have real emotion for you. But, you know, I've said it in the past that somebody can really love you, but it's what they do with that matters. Let's see why the Hierophant is here. Now, you could be dealing with another water sign. That would be... could be another Cancer like yourself, or a Scorpio or Pisces, but I really feel like this person is just really very focused on you. Okay, so we have the Sun in reverse, sign of Leo, and we have the Two of Swords. With regard to a commitment here, whether that commitment is with you or a previous commitment or both, this person is at a crossroads. They are trying to make a decision. They don't know which way to go. If they are in a previous commitment, they're not happy. They're definitely not happy in that commitment, which is putting them at that crossroads. They're trying to make a decision about that. In addition to that, I can tell you right now, with regard to you, they're sitting at that crossroads. They don't know what to do. Yeah, this is somebody who really stalls when it comes to commitment. They have a difficult time with that whole concept. All right, why is the Eight of Cups here? They're also not happy that they're having to make a decision. And that's because you're putting these boundaries in. Oh, well. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords. And we have the World in reverse. I do see them ending something here. They're walking away from something that does not completely fulfill them. It's a painful ending. It's a very painful ending. And so I do see them processing that, but there's something about this that's not completely over. And this I don't feel like this has to do with you. I feel like this, for some of you it might, but there's a painful ending that this person is experiencing. They're walking away from this, but it's not over. It's not complete. They're trying to complete it. They're trying to walk away from it. They're trying to, tens are about endings, but with the World in reverse, something is not wrapped up. Something is not completely over with it. Let's see what the energy between the two of you. Now, for some of you, it could be that they are creating an ending in a previous commitment, and they are walking towards you, walking away from that and walking towards you because they just simply couldn't end the connection with you. They're holding on to you. Ooh, the Tower in reverse. All right, the Four of Coins reversed. And the Page of Wands. You're definitely going to hear from this person. Yeah, they want to rebuild this connection. So there's a realization here between the two of you, and you're both understanding that this previous connection between the two of you, and it's ended now, but it ended in a Tower moment. And the Tower came about because there was not a firm foundation to build this upon. So this person is coming back to you now. And what they want to tell you is that I realized there was no firm foundation and I want to rebuild this. This time I want to build it on a foundation, a firm foundation that we can grow together. But I feel like you're kind of letting this person go. I'm not sure you're going to be okay with that. This person has waited for so long that I feel like you're in the process of releasing them. I'm not seeing anything in your energy that is telling me that you are really receptive. At least not in the current energy. Now that could change depending upon what they have to say for some of you. But it seems to me like you're trying to release them because you are avoiding another Tower moment. You just simply don't want to put yourself through that again. Some of you might be more receptive, but you're going to be checking up to see, has this person actually released the person from their past? And that might be affecting you because you're not going to put yourself back in a third-party situation. But they are coming to tell you that they have had an ending. They may reach out to you very slowly in the beginning, something very small, just to test the waters. And if you are receptive, boy, they're going to come quick. Let's see why the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. The only thing is, Cancer, is that, you know, you've heard a lot of this before. So I would just be very careful because people can say anything. It's more of what they do versus what's being said. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse. And that tells me that there's some stuck energy here. Now, you're healing from this with the Three of Swords in the reverse. You're definitely letting this person know, I'm not going to be an option. I'm not going to participate in third-party energy. And if this is what you're bringing to the table, then this will be a missed opportunity. I'm not participating. And that's your fear. Your fear is that that's what this person is trying to bring. Because that's not something you want to belong with. That's not what you want. I see that you're healing from all of that energy because that's what this person brought in the past. Now, on their side, what I'm seeing is that they have been presented with a decision here. And that decision, they're kind of at a crossroads in their life. And that decision is about this connection that they have been in for some of them. Some of them were in a previous connection. They were in a committed connection. And now they're having to make a decision about that. They're also having to make a decision about you. And I do feel that they are definitely burning something from the past to the ground. because they're just not happy with it. They're not happy with in whatever it is that they were in. I'm also seeing that they do have love for you. I mean, that is definitely coming across. There is love here. And they're offering you that love. I just don't think you trust it. Yeah, I don't think you trust it. Let's see your outcome. Show me the outcome, please. All right, we have the Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords is probably my least favorite card in the deck, but if you're going to get it, it's better that it is reversed. We have the Nine of Wands. Now you had that reversed up here in your energy, and then we have the Moon in reverse. Okay, so in your outcome at the end of the week, I see you actually having this very loving energy towards this person. You are feeling more empowered, and I think it is because this person is coming forward. They are telling you what you want to hear. Whether you trust it or not is a different thing. I do see, though, that the conflict that's been between the two of you is ending. I'm also seeing that the person that is approaching you, they've been in their pride and their ego, and that's being lowered. It's being eliminated. Well, I won't say eliminated. It's being lowered. They're putting it aside in order to come out of conflict. And that's what's softening your heart. The conflict and that pride and ego was very painful to you. And I do think that that is what caused you to kind of block this person and to cut them out and to have these firm boundaries that you've had. And I think that's very appropriate. See, they're realizing that. They're realizing that their approach has been detrimental. So they're approaching you far differently than they have in the past. And I do see you softening. I see you opening up, but in a way that you are empowered. And I do feel that you are willing in this more softer approach. I see you being willing to work through the problems and put them in the past. Whereas your current energy tells me that you're not. So I do see by the end of the week, you may be having a reversal in that. Now, the person's energy, they're still holding on to you. They are headed in your direction because they're walking away from that other commitment. And I do see that they have had this realization that there is no stability here. They are going to reveal to you that they've ended something with the other individual. And if there is no other individual, they just realize that there's no stability, that they haven't been providing stability. So I'm seeing this conflict ending. I'm seeing this person have some realizations. They're definitely very focused on you. They're also realizing that that pride and ego that they were approaching you with really shut you down. It caused you to withdraw from them. So everything being equal, I have to say that this person has grown quite a bit. But I would still sit back because I'm seeing a lot of talk. I'm seeing that there is some growth here. There's some realizations. I would still wait to see what exactly they do. I would make them prove themselves. So, I do see the sign of Leo. Could be another water sign. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Could be a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I don't feel like that's your energy, and I don't feel like it's the energy of the other person either. This energy that I'm feeling here feels more like the energy of the person that they're walking away from, because it's coming out with the underlying energy of the Six of Swords. And I feel like whatever it is that they're walking away from, they're leaving. They were very unhappy in it. It was a very toxic situation. And I do feel like the other person is not happy that they're walking away from that. There's a sense of them being very angry. So that's another thing I would be very careful about, because that could become a problem as well. All right, so let's pull a few oracles and see if there is any further advice. Yeah, I don't know, Cancer. I think it's good that this person is growing. They're having realizations, and I really think it's good that you are looking at your fears and looking at things within yourself that you want to address. I like the growth, but I think I would wait and see what this person does, because anybody can say anything. Yeah. So your oracle card says challenges. Make a decision and work on inner healing. And that is really something that would go both ways. I think they're making a decision, working on inner healing, but so are you. This is going to put you in that position of making a decision as well. Okay. Well, I hope this has been helpful for you, Cancer. If this has resonated with you in any way, go ahead and like this video, and hopefully you have already subscribed to the channel. Other than that, I will see you guys in most likely about a week, unless you guys get the bonus, and you usually do. And then I'll see you during the bonus reading. Other than that, I'll see you in about a week for your regular weekly reading. Namaste.